farther into these longer series, do you find yourself more focusing on your own team and shortcomings after a loss, or your opponent, what you need to do to counter what they're doing well?
A blend of both. Certainly every game, you're making adjustments, and you're trying to predict the next move, by your opponent. But also, a lot of it is about you. It's about how you're executing. It's about attention to detail, sense of urgency, all of those things. So it's a combination.
Yeah, Lexie said, she's not 100% tonight, but she's still going. Just how have you seen her work through this back injury and do what she can to play?
She's just tough. She's just hard-nosed. She's just a tough kid, and she's able to play through certain levels of pain that would sideline most people. I certainly have a respect for the way that she's able to do that and her capability of doing that. And her toughness is an example for us, right? Like, everybody's uncomfortable at this point in the year, and you've got to be able to find ways to mentally overcome maybe some physical disadvantages, so to speak.
Steph, do you feel like through the first few games of the series, you guys could be getting Aaliyah more touches, more involved in the offense? How do you kind of get her going a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it's tough the way they're playing her. They really do keep 4 people in the paint. And so it's tough to get her touches. I think she's got to get out of some screens a little faster. Maybe we can get her some touches on the move. We're not great right now with recognizing and getting her the ball on time and on target, sometimes in the switches. Our natural passing instincts, a lot of them are on the bench. And so, we've got to make sure that we're trying to anticipate some of those and get it to her in a timely manner. There are 3 or 4 possessions a ball game where she's got somebody behind her and we just are taking 1 too many dribbles or holding it a second or two too long. And I also want her to take her face-up shots. She's got really good touch. She's shown the ability to knock those shots down. They're not guarding her from that 15-foot on, and so she needs to hunt opportunities to take those shots as well.
Scott and Greg.
Steph, one of the things Lexie cited was your standard over feelings. How do you feel like that message has resonated and helped carry you to this late in the season?
It's ultimately kind of have to be our rallying cry, right? Like every day, your opponent is going to be ready every day. If we focus on our opponent, there's a certain limit, I feel like, when you're doing that, as opposed to focusing on us and competing to a standard that we want to compete to. And from an execution standpoint, from an effort standpoint, from a team standpoint, a connectivity standpoint, all of those. We can continue to raise the bar. We can continue to control those things and control our elements, and we talk about that a lot, controlling the things that we can control, and competing to the standard is always going to be one of those.
Hi, Steph. Do you allow yourself to indulge in the thought of how remarkable this platform has been? Sure, like the Pacers, remarkable in different ways, but you guys have injuries, Have you thought about just, we're going through it again?
Not yet, because we're in it, because we want to take the next step, because this game is really important tonight, and because we're striving for so much more. I think when you're a competitor, ultimately, every time you have an opportunity to go on the floor and put yourself in position to win, that's what your focus is. I'm not really one for reflecting while we're in the moment, but I'm one for pushing and challenging us to continue to be better.
Coach, what do you expect from physicality tonight?
I expect it to be exactly like it has been.
Any words on the officiating, maybe?
Are you trying to take my money? I've already given the league enough money. I think they should take all those officiating fines and put it back into the program. That's what I think.
What are you focusing on of a team compared to the physicality?
Yeah, I think we gotta match it, number one, and we've gotta use it in a way that is to our advantage. Whether it's looking at alternative ways to attack on the offensive end, whether it's thinking about different ways to try to gain an advantage on the defensive end. Look, it's not going to change. It is what it is, and players adjust, and we've got to be able to adjust. I think the biggest thing is how do we keep it from impacting our pace and our ability to play. That means we have to be more disciplined on the defensive end. We cannot afford to allow them to shoot so many free throws. We got to be able to get the ball out of the net, make misses, and play with the pace that we want to play with.
Talking to Lexie a little while ago, she used a phrase I hadn't heard applied to the WNBA, but I've always heard applied to baseball, which is she wanted to be playing October basketball. I mean, is that a phrase you've ever heard or used, or it's going to be reality if you win?
No, it's not something that we've used, or I haven't used anyway. But she's a baseball fan, so you know it certainly is true. And you know, the other phrase that I like to use that's applicable to baseball is to hit singles, right? Like you're trying to win a series, you can't worry about hitting home runs. Like we got to hit singles every single possession.
You've limited Aja to 27 shooting percentage on the first game. What can you replicate from that defense?
Yeah, I mean, look, AB's doing a heck of a job. She's challenging. She's making every shot that she can difficult. Aja's the best player in the world, so I don't know that we'll replicate that. She missed some shots she usually makes. I think the biggest thing for us is to stay disciplined, to try to keep her off the foul line as much as we possibly can, and to try to make every shot that she gets as difficult as possible. She's going to make some, and we've got to live with that.
I feel good. I'm ready. Yeah, another game. I learned a lot of parts today. Yeah, trying to keep my body intact.
Which, as you know, around here, is a challenge.
Yeah. I mean, this season, obviously, our team has been going through a lot of injuries. So when you're well enough to be out on the court, I'm very grateful. So just trying to keep it, keep me together, whatever we need to happen, whatever treatment we need to get done, I'm doing it.
You're at this point in the season, and it's going to be near the end anyway, so it's like almost is a game in a way.
Yeah.
The way you think of it, you look at it, hey, I'm glad we're still playing, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're not tired of playing basketball yet. We feel like we have a lot of games left in us. We've been through so much this season that why not play all the way through October? So we're excited about the opportunity. We're excited about fighting for another day, especially when it comes down to playoffs. You're not guaranteed any other game, so we're fighting to keep playing together.
Besides October basketball sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played October basketball ever, so and a lot of us haven't. So we're really working forward and looking forward. But at the end of the day, taking care of tonight, taking care of Sunday, and that's what we're doing.
Then it's October.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden it's October. Yeah.
Did that start in game one, or was there something that led it? Were you experiencing soreness before that?
No, it started in game one.
How do you feel out there tonight, shooting around?
I'm not going to say I feel 100%. I don't know if anyone really truly feels 100% this course of the year, but good enough to play. That's all there really is to it.
It worked out okay the other day.
Yeah, I think
it all in your plan.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things I've done a really good job of compartmentalizing. We have a saying in our locker room, standard over feeling. So regardless of how your body's feeling, however your mind's feeling, we're here to take care of the fever standard. And that's really all you can do.
It seemed like you actually hit the floor more than usual.
I wasn't trying to.
I know.
Yeah. Hopefully I won't get hit by as many screens today, and hopefully stay on my feet a little more because it's definitely catching up to me.
When did that?
Anything like this before?
I've never, no. Back in night, I haven't felt anything like that before. It's not fun.
When did that standard over feelings theme start?
Day one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's been a focus by Steph and the coaching staff, and obviously when we've had lulls in the season, and you can see it in body language and emotions and stuff, she comes back to that saying, and I think that's something that we all can buy into.